Yes. No! Damn you, look at it. You and the rest. You forgot the first rule of the fanatic. When you become obsessed with the enemy, you become the enemy.
Should we just pull back, forget the whole thing is a bad idea, and take care of our own problems at home?
No. We have to stay here. And there's a simple reason why. Ask 10 different scientists about the environment, population control, genetics, and you'll get 10 different answers. But there's one thing every scientist on the planet agrees on. Whether it happens in 100 years, or 1,000 years, or 1,000,000 years, eventually our sun will grow cold and go out. When that happens, it won't just take us. It'll take Marilyn Monroe, and Lao Tzu, and Einstein, and Morobuto, and Buddy Holly, and Aristophanes. All of this was for nothing. Unless we go to the stars.
That's when I got the name Jinxo. When I went to work on B4, I didn't take any leave. I was there every minute until we finished it. I thought the curse was gone. But as I was leaving on the shuttle, I looked back, and the station just sort of wrinkled, twisted like putty, and then just disappeared the minute I left. So when they decided to build B5, I had to work on it. And I have to stay. I have to.
I'd say that you have the wrong nickname. They should have called you Lucky.
How do you figure?
To have escaped the worst each time, that's a blessing. You're a very lucky man. Perhaps each time you were exactly where you were meant to be.
I never thought of it like that.
We never do.
There is no higher testimony to a warrior's courage and skill than praise from his enemy. I would like to send that message to your homeworld in a personal message, a testimony to the Shayalit.
You will do this as an Earth Force officer?
And as commander of Babylon 5.
That is a great kindness.
We fought long enough. Maybe it's time we started talking with one another. Branmer's life was more significant than his battles. Let the warrior caste praise his courage in war, and let the rest praise him for what he truly was, a man of peace.
No dictator, no invader can hold an imprisoned population by force of arms forever. There is no greater power in the universe than the need for freedom. Against that power, governments and tyrants and armies cannot stand. The Centauri learned this lesson once. We will teach it to them again. Though it take 1,000 years, we will be free.
John, I can't imagine the kind of decisions that are going through your mind right now. I'm sure they're not easy. The important ones never are. But when push comes to shove, you've always done the right thing. What was the first lesson I ever taught you?
Never start a fight, but always finish it.
You do what you have to do, son. Don't worry about us.
I was just looking at your eyes and remembering that same look on a lot of the faces I saw during the last war I saw.
Oh, and so now you'd like me to turn all of this over to God, right?
When God comes knocking at your door, you won't need me or anyone else to tell you what that sound is. But you gotta remember, After God created man, he created Eve. Because he knew we all need someone to talk to, someone to help shoulder the burden. You know, before I got married, Emily used to come by sometimes and help me clean out my apartment. Well, I asked her, how come you're so eager to help clean up my place when your place is just as bad? She said, because cleaning up your place helps me to forget what a mess I've made of mine. And when I sweep my floor, all I've done is sweep my floor. But when I help you clean up your place, I am helping you. Of course, the way I lived back then, sometimes the mess was too much for both of us, but it sure was nice to have the company. Night, Captain. Every day, here and at home, we are warned about the enemy. But who is the enemy? Is it the alien? Well, we are all alien to one another. Is it the one who believes differently than we do? No. Oh, no, my friends. The enemy is fear. The enemy is ignorance. The enemy is the one who tells you that you must hate that which is different, because in the end, that hate will turn on you, and that same hate will destroy you.
The ancients understood that in war, it is always the young and the powerless who are sent off to fight, sent by leaders and warriors and generals who are not themselves engaged in the battle, who do not bleed on the front lines, who do not die alone in the cold and friendless night. But here, in this place, that changed.
What are you playing at?
If the warrior caste has set aside the wisdom of Balin, they wish to return to the old ways, and they must honor the laws set down by the ancients. The leaders of each warring caste would step into the circle. The starfire wheel would open, and its fire would begin to consume them. Those who did not deserve to rule, who would not sacrifice themselves as they asked others to do on their behalf, would escape the fire. The sacrifice of the one who remained, who believed so much in his caste that he would lay down his life for them. That would determine which caste would be dominant among us.
You see, we create the meaning in our lives. It does not exist independently. Being under shock does not mean worrying about what others will think about us. It does not mean deciding what to do based upon whether or not it serves our sense of ego or destiny. It means living each moment as if it were your last one. It means doing each right thing because it is the right thing. The scale doesn't matter. The where, the when, the how, or in what cause. None of those things matter. In my life, I've discovered very few truths. Here is the greatest truth I know. Your death, Rasten, will have a meaning if it comes while you're in fullest pursuit of your heart.
Where is your fear now, Tanir?
Gone, Master.
And what do you feel? Anger? Do you feel triumphant? Happiness? Joy?
Pity.
Why?
Because this is all he will ever have, and all he will ever know. Because his name will be swallowed by silence, forgotten. His name belongs to no one.
And who does your name belong to? History? The world?
No. It belongs to me.
While I was out there, I saw something. What was it?
What is this?
An
Ant.
Ant?
So much gets shipped up from Earth on commercial transports, it's hard to keep them out.
Yeah, I have just picked it up on the tip of my glove. If I put it down again, and it asks another ant, what was that? How would it explain? There are things in the universe billions of years older than either of our races. They are vast, timeless, and if they are aware of us at all, it is as little more than ants, and we have as much chance of communicating with them as an ant has with us. We know. We've tried. And we've learned that we can either stay out from underfoot or be stepped on.
That's it? That's all you know?
Yes. They are a mystery. And I am both terrified and reassured to know that there are still wonders in the universe, that we have not yet explained everything. Whatever they are, Miss Sakai, they walk near Sigma 957. And they must walk there alone.